Hello, how's it going? I forgot to hit record, so let me hit record. I just wanted to showcase a little project I've been working on here. It's called Lettuce. It's a Navigate Harmony map. So basically, um, you navigate chords, and it kind of helps you out by showing like arrows to where like the most natural progression is going to be. So, for example. Right. So up here you have your radial tonus view, your key. You can choose your key and your instrument. The sine instrument is clipping terribly, so do not use the sine. I'm not sure why, but I will fix it eventually. Yeah, so that's the basic map and the top bar here. There is a volume button. If it's too loud, clipping or something, just turn it down a little bit. Yeah. I will probably end up removing this beginner theorist button here because I don't think it really does a whole lot. It does the beginner takes out suggestions from this side over here, and it doesn't really do anything else from that. So probably remove that. This kind of tool, I've been wanting to use something like this for a long time for myself personally because I'm not a great music theorist. I have a little bit of, education in music theory from my college days, but not a professional. So I wanted a tool that could help me, you know, utilize what I know and kind of navigate around the unending and limitless potential of musical progressions, which it's not perfect at, but it's a start. So over here, got lenses. Function will tell you if it's a predominant, dominant, tonic. Tonic, I guess 3 is I don't know. There's arguments. You can look it up. Voice leading, probably gonna fix this up a little bit. It doesn't really. It's voice leading. Just ignore voice leading for now. You can use function if you want to use it, but it's not really necessary. Borrowed chords. Pretty explanatory. Chromatic palette. Here we go. Secondary chords. This is a little cool feature here. So, for example, you start at 1, and I don't know, just this one. Right. Oh, cool. So, I probably should have mentioned this first, but at the bottom here, there is a sequencer. So you can drag whatever you'd like here. So just drag it into the sequencer. Right now, I don't have it yet, but I'd like you to be able to like drag this over here and like put it, after this, or like drag this and replace this. But right now it just adds it to the end. So it's not quite there yet. So this is the sequencer. Before I get to that, let me just finish up here real quick. You have Neapolitans and Italian, French, and German 6. Neapolitan, yeah. Dun, dun. The arrows are not perfect. at the moment, but I will work on them to be. Yeah, so you can drag these as well. And yeah, let's play our sequence real quick here. Beautiful. Okay. You do have modulations as well here, so we'll just activate all these. Subdominant, dominant, relative, and parallel. Parallel is going to be like the opposite. So if you're in D minor, well, we're in D major right now. The parallel is D minor. You're in C. The parallel is C minor. Yeah, just let's not get into that. Turn this off. All right, yeah. So that was the lenses palette. Let's get into this side. Let's get into the sequencer first here. So you have, oh my gosh, my thing's not working here. Oh, there we go. You have a library here with a bunch of preset chords, or progressions, I should say. You also have a folder for your saved templates here. So these are 2 chord progressions that I created and saved. You can click on it to preview. You can drag it in and play it. You can add another one on by dragging it, or you can clear it, add it. Yeah, so there's your saved ones, then you have a ton of preset here. So obviously, go to classical. It's nice to know what cadences are if you're going to be using this, obviously. I don't really know how to explain a cadence. So it might be good to at least know what a cadence is. But yeah, you can see there's tons of different progressions. Obviously, this isn't, meant to replace, creativity, and this is just, like a template, for you to build on. So if you play a preview and your sequencer, they will overlap, which is an issue. So I need to make a note of that to fix that later. So, yeah, you have all your chord progressions here. You can just change the key here, and then re-drag it, and it should transpose. Oh my god! See, I messed up again. I should make it when you change key, it should automatically transpose, but right now we just kind of gotta live with this for the moment. For the sequencer, obviously you can play. There's an AI button here. It does not work. I am probably going to remove it. I don't think there's any need for an AI thing. I thought it might be helpful. For example, if you have like these 5 chords, and you have the AI and you're like, hey man, what are some natural, follow-ups to, this B flat minor 7. And it would take a second and then it would tell you, but I don't think it's necessary, honestly. I already have that over here, which I'll show in a second. So the AI button's going to be removed here. Undo, just take one off. Clear. This is kind of dated, so it doesn't really. Actually, this these three here are kind of old, and I'm probably just gonna drop them here. So experimental, I had like these different things here. So you do this, excuse me. This doesn't really matter anymore because I have, yeah. So these three, gonna remove those templates. You can save if you like this chord progression. Cool. Or rock 1, right? Um, with your template chord progressions, you can just hit this MIDI and it will export it to MIDI. Yeah, pretty cool. Same thing here. If you have a chord progression, say you found something really sick, you put it together, you can just hit export. You can get the JSON, which you don't really need, or the MIDI file. All right. So cool. With that said and done, this is the bread and the butter right here. So say we start with a 1 chord, right? So you see when you click on a chord, all these are gonna change, right? So say we start with an F, major 7 in first inversion. It's gonna suggest, the natural and some alternate suggestions, and then pivot keys here, right? So say we want to get a little freaky with it, right? When you click on it, it's going to preview the progression sound, right? So it's previewing when you click on it, it's previewing the F to the A, it's previewing the F to the D flat. Yeah, pretty sick. So I think just clicking on this one doesn't update this. You have to click down here. If you click on this one, then this section's going to update with next progressions, right? So you can listen. Okay, dope. E, let's say we want to pivot to C sharp minor. So it's suggesting we do, see, it's a little buggy right now, but you get the idea. I mean, you can do, um, so like we put these pivot keys, right? We hit the pivot key. Now we're here, right? Now where do we want to go? So if we double click on this right here. So actually, let me preface that by saying if we click the secondary in the Neapolitans, it goes to your root or your home key, right, which is F major. If we want to change that, let's say we wanted to pivot and now our home key is this and we want all the secondaries, you need a double left click. That's going to recenter the camera here. Wait. G flat minor, and then you double click it and it's F sharp minor. Yeah, this is an issue I was running into, so I'll have to fix that. But for now, just if you want to recenter something, here. And then if you have to remember, I was on the 7th, so I was on the E, right? So, dun, 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 dun. Right. I don't know. I'm just over here. You can also drag. So this root chord is pretty bland, so I want to spice it up a little bit. Let's make it a suspended first inversion, and then you can drag that, yeah, to here, right? And then, save it or whatever. So that's it in a nutshell. Clear it. Yeah, that's about it. Oh, over here, I forgot about this section over here to the right here. This is an automatic preview button. Sorry, my things here. This is an automatic preview button here. So just when you hover, it'll play it automatically. You don't have to click. It doesn't work over here, just right here. It's kind of a pain in the ass. It's not really worth using. uh, this is the focus slot. I believe if it's working, you can't double click to recenter this, right? So I said you could double click to make this the new home key, but if you hit this lock, this will always be your home. So these chords will only work here. This one, arrange mode, you can arrange the clusters if you want. There's something. So that's what that does. And then this zoom in, zoom out, and then recenter. But you can just use your mouse to zoom in and out if you'd like. Yeah. Thank you for watching.